Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm gonna give you my top 5 niche fragrances for the summer of 2024. So let's just get into it right now. Now with my lists, my niche collection is not exactly the largest. So this might be a little bit more predictable, but I really want to throw in 2 fragrances that never get any mention. But the first one gets a little mention here and there, and that's gonna be Creed's Royal Water. This is such a phenomenal fragrance that I ended up buying as my very first Creed purchase ever. This is not cheap. Even nowadays, the price has gone up. So at this point, Creed is all about the greed. They keep upping the price tag, and with inflation, these are not exactly the most cheapest online either. Oh God, but I really enjoy this one. I don't wear enough because I'm always like in content creator mode, but there's lots of citruses with this one here. So it's got listed as citruses, but it's also listed as like bergamot and mandarin orange. And last time I checked, those are citruses. But there's also like lemon verbena. The lemon verbena pops. There's a little bit of basil, some cumin that does add a little bit of a warm, spicy touch, a little bit of woods, and of course that musk. For the most part, this is very fresh, very aromatic, citrusy, with musk. Then it's gonna be like a slight spice, herbal undertones of basil, and of course the woods as the backbone. This is just an everyday fragrance, and I think it's a great work scent. So you could wear this fragrance like this as casually, or dress it up a little bit more, all the way to a suit and tie. But it's more of a work environment than a semi-formal environment when it comes to suit and tie. This one here, if you have bougie tastes and you haven't smelled this one out yet, what are you waiting for? Fragrance number 2 is gonna be Menthol Soleil de Capri. This is a great unisex scent with a lot of citruses. So the main citrus, in my opinion, is gonna be that kumquat. There's also white florals. So I don't know if that's like jasmine, gardenia, if it's lily, but there is that white floral component that does make this a unisex scent. And it also leans it a little bit more towards the ladies, but as well, there's like spices listed, which I don't get with a lot of musk. It's pretty much like a citrusy white floral with a lot of musk. It's a clean scent, very fresh, very aromatic, and it leans more on the casual side, more of like an everyday scent. Yet you could wear this to work as well. This is a modern day gentleman fragrance. So someone who likes to wear fashion, someone who's all about manners maketh man. I have stated it many times, the Kingsman, but that's what this fragrance is. If you love citruses with, of course, that musk, and a lot of these fragrances that I'm going to talk about do have that typical musk with a white floral touch. Again, not sure if it's gardenia, jasmine, orange blossom, lily, or whatever. This is something that you might want to look into. Fragrance number 3, I am the self-proclaimed Bond bitch, but this is not going to be like your Scent of Peace, your Bleecker Street, but it's going to be New York Hamptons. This is a phenomenal fragrance that doesn't get a lot of mention. This is a great relaxing fragrance. So if you love like Scent of Peace or Bleecker Street as your work fragrance, this is your weekend fragrance, just like your getaway, your relaxation scent, right? Loads of lime, different citruses. There are also some florals, so like magnolia, there is Turkish rose, I believe jasmine, musk, and I believe sandalwood as well. There is that floral touch that does make this a unisex scent, but unlike this one here, this leans more right down the middle, while the Menthol leans a little bit more towards the ladies. This is right down the middle. So if you love lime, like lime that really pops and shines, that energizes a fragrance, something that's very relaxing, has a little bit of florals, and of course that woody musk, this is something that you might want to look into. But this is the down thing with Bond, that they are overpriced in my opinion. At this point, they're like this. But online, you can get these for a better deal than the Creed at this point. So I will give them a little bit of, well, can't give Bond props for that because that's actually up to the discounters. But they're not as luxurious as the Creed, but retail, they are overpriced. Smell this one out if you can, because you just might love it. Fragrance number 4. This one, I actually ended up getting this one maybe about a month ago, and I'm going to be rocking it a little bit this summertime. What I need to do is that I need to just learn to relax and not be in creator mode all the time and just enjoy what I have. Because this one here is that. It's just a very enjoyable scent that's mass appealing, yet it's niche. Boyce 1920 Agrumi de Sicilia. This is just a citrus bomb. This will just leave that pep to your step, make you feel fresh, clean, energizing, happy. Really just overall happy. There are different citruses, so like mandarin orange, there's lemon, there's petitgrain, but as well lime. The lime in this is beautiful. There's also that typical musk with a little bit of woods. Oh my lord. When it's really hot, out of like the ones that I mentioned so far, this will just radiate off your skin. This one and this one here, I would say, are the most casual. But for a citrus fragrance, I will state this. You can wear this with a suit and tie to a daytime semi-formal event. It's just smooth, well blended, and just so underrated. And last but not least, believe it or not, I have not put an Acqua di Parma fragrance in this list until now, because I got a lot. When I'm thinking of citrus fragrances, I'm not thinking of this, nor even Montal. You think of Acqua di Parma. But this is not going to be a citrus fragrance. I really want to make this list a little bit well-rounded, not so citrusy like throughout from 1 to 5, but this one here, the classiest and the most masculine one out of the 5, and that's going to be Acqua di Parma's Cipresso di Toscana. If you love woods, this is one that you absolutely must get your nose on. There's a lot of vetiver, more cypress than anything, a little bit of cedar, there's pine, lavender, a little bit of spices, and a little bit of I don't know if it's sage or thyme, but there is a little bit of a green herbal touch to it. If you are an avid outdoorsman, I'm originally from Northern Ontario, where it's part of our culture, it's part of our identity really. You know, whether you're in Sudbury, Timmins, Sault Ste. Marie, North Bay, Thunder Bay, Kapuskasing, New Liskeard, Go Gamut, it don't matter. Like, the outdoors are just part of who you are. This reminds me of back home. I'm heading back to Timmins for the first time in 16 years. And I'm going camping, and I am so looking forward to it, because you got the pine forests up there, you got like some birch. But this, it reminds me of when I was younger. Hiking, Killarney, Onaping, Nipissing. These are all lakes and just areas of Northern Ontario. If you've done like the Algoma Trail in like the autumn time, like the train, this is that. This is a spring and summer scent. This lineup, the blue lineup, is. But you can wear this in the autumn time. Not when it's cold, like too cold, but when it's like 10 to even 15 degrees Celsius, you could easily rock this. Very woody, again, you know, a little bit of green, a little bit of spices, very masculine, gently, but here's where it kind of like, you know, gets maybe a little bit weird, and someone pointed this out. Someone said, you can't be a gentleman and a bad boy at the same time. Well, James Bond is a gentleman, but a badass, a bad boy, is he not? That is what this is in some ways. Tuxedo, all the way down to like a leather jacket and a white tee. And guys, that is my top 5 niche fragrances for the summer of 2024. Any reviews that I've done on these, they will all be down in the description box below. If you want to see years prior lists, check out right here. And if you like this very video, please leave me one of these. I thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.